Hello, and welcome to another episode of Haunting Murders. Today, we're going to delve into one of America's most prolific serial killer, Herb Baumeister. Herb Baumeister was a seemingly normal businessman and family man who lived in Indiana in the 1980s and 90s. He was married and had 3 children, and also founded and owned the successful thrift store called Save a Lot, and operated 2 locations in the Indianapolis area. But beneath the surface, he struggles with his own demons. He had a dark secret. He was a serial killer who preyed on young men in the gay community, which ultimately led to a string of murders that shook the small town to its core. It was believed that when Baumeister's wife and children left for summer vacations, he would lure young men he picked up at gay bars and would take them to his home, promising them drugs and alcohol. Once they were there, he would strangle them to death. Baumeister burned and pulverized the bones and disposed of most of the remains on parts of his 18-acre farm. For years, Herb got away with his gruesome crimes, but eventually, the police caught wind of what was happening and began to investigate. In 1996, an investigation into the disappearance of several young men led police to Baumeister's property. They asked both Herb Baumeister and his wife to search the property, but they both forbade the police to search the home. By June 1996, Baumeister's wife became frightened by his mood swings and erratic behavior. She filed for divorce and then consented to the search. They uncovered horrifying scenes with the remains of 11 young men scattered across the grounds. Around 10,000 bones were uncovered. Baumeister fled to Canada and was missing for several days before his body was found at a campsite in Canada. There was a 3-page suicide note blaming stress relating to his marriage and business for his suicide, and made no mention of the fact he was about to be outed as a serial killer of gay men. The case of Herb Baumeister is a chilling reminder of the dangers that lurk beneath the surface of seemingly normal lives. It also highlights the devastating impact that serial killers can have on their victims and their families. Thank you for listening to this episode of True Crime on Haunting Murders. And remember, sometimes the scariest monsters are the ones that look just like us. And just remember, stay curious and keep listening.